Good morning, student. Today we will discuss about training and sports. Training it is a process of preparation for any event or program. By giving training, we prepare the person for any program or event. Training usually it is a long-term process in which we give practical and theoretical knowledge in scientific and systematic way. Usually training programs are planned in advance. Therefore, we give training in a systematic and scientific way to improve the performance. Okay, sports training. Sports training is a long term. Okay, sports training it is a long term process based on sports training. Sports training it is a long term process in which we give practical and theoretical knowledge. Okay, we give theoretical knowledge in a scientific and systematic way. To improve performance. So this is about the sports training. Sports training it is a long term process. We cannot give training for one day. It is a long term process. Sports training it is a long term process in which we give practical and theoretical knowledge in a systematic way to improve the performance. Okay, sports training it is a long term process. It is planned in advance. Sports training it is planned in advance. Therefore, we give in systematic. Okay, we give in a systematic. And scientific. Systematic and scientific way. It is we do repetition. Okay, in training we do the repetition of basic skill, and after achieving the basic skill, the advanced skill is performed. So this is about the sports training. Training means preparation for any event or a program, and sports training it is a long-term process in which we give practical and theoretical knowledge in a systematic and scientific way to improve the performance. Training it is planned in advance. Therefore, we give it in a systematic way. Training, it is divided into three parts: preparatory period, competition period and transactional period. Next is sports training. It is divided into three parts: preparatory, okay, preparatory, preparatory period, competition, competition period, competition period and transactional period, or we can say off-seasonal period. So, in preparatory period, we prepare the player for the competition. Okay, in preparatory period, we prepare the player for the competitions. We develop physical fitness and skill efficiency. The physical fitness and skill efficiency of a player is developed. In preparatory period, it is divided into three phases. Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3. In Phase 1, general. Okay, in Phase 1, the general physical fitness. The general physical fitness, that is strength and endurance. Strength and endurance plus basic skill. Basic skill are developed in phase 1. Okay, in phase 1, the physical fitness, the basic physical fitness, that is strength. Physical fitness means the ability of a person to do the daily routine work without fatigue. So in phase 1, we develop the strength and endurance of a person. Strength means ability to overcome the resistance. It is the ability of muscle to overcome resistance. And endurance means ability to continue an activity for a long period of time. So in phase 1, we develop strength and endurance plus basic skill of the game. In second phase, we develop advanced physical fitness. Advanced physical fitness. Okay. In second phase, we develop advanced physical fitness, that is speed, flexibility and coordinative ability. Coordinating ability plus advanced skill. Advanced skill. Okay, in phase 2, we develop the speed. Speed means ability to do the activity as fast as possible. Flexibility means ability of joint to stretch as much as possible. And coordinative ability means ability to perform the movement perfectly. Okay, ability to change change the movement, to change the direction efficiently and effectively without getting disbalanced. So in phase 2, we develop coordinative ability, speed and flexibility of a person plus advanced skill. And in phase 3, we develop strategy and tactics. Tactics and we develop tactics and strategy. How to make tactics, how to make strategy during the game. We develop. Tactics means it is a planned movement which are performed during the competitions. And strategy, it is a pre-planned movement which are it is a pre-planned movement done after watching a strong and weak point of an opponent. That is, we don't know our opponent, we make during the playground, but in strategy we make a plan after watching the strong and weak point. So in phase 3, we develop tactics and strategy, how to make tactics, how to make strategies, etc. So this is about the preparatory period. Next is competition period. In competition period, the player participate in the competition, and before participating in the competition, the player participate in some practice match in which his mistakes are correct, and after that he participate in the actual competitions in which then he will be motivated and feedback is provided. And last is transactional period, or we can say off-seasonal period. It is a transactional period, relaxation period in which the player is relaxed. After the competitions, relaxation period after the competitions, in this the player get recovery from the stress and tension of the competitions. It has to reduce the stress, tension of the players and make the player ready for the next competition. The players can be relaxed by participating in some recreational activity or doing same activity, same similar types of activities, etc. These are the part of training. Training preparatory, we prepare the player for the competitions. The physical fitness and skill are developed. Competition, the player participate in the competition, but before participating in the competition, he participate in some practice match where his mistake is found out and it is correct, and the correction is made. And transactional period, that is relaxation period. Next is training methods. Usually, training methods consists of training period, and training period split into training session, and training session it's contain training schedule. For example, training methods consists training period. Training period it divided into training session and training session is divided into training schedule. Okay, like for example, training period. If the training period is 1 week, you have to give training for 1 week. Okay, if the training period is 1 week, you have to give training for 1 day. So 1 week is divided into training session. 1 day. 1 day, what will be the training session? In second day, what will be the training session? For example, if you have to develop the fitness of a person, so and you get a training period 1 week, you have to give training for 1 week. Then the 1 week is divided into day. For example, first day, what training you will give. Second day, what training you will give, etc. And training schedule, you have to make the schedule of the training. For example, morning schedule, evening schedule. Okay, in morning, what schedule we will follow? For example, first we will do warming up. After doing warming up, we do stretching, jogging, running, etc. Means schedule what we have to do after that. So this is about the training methods. Or for examples, training methods, it consists training period consists training session, and training session, training schedule. It is also known as macro cycle, mesocycle, and micro. Macrocycle means 1 month. 1 month planning. Meso means 1 week. And micro means 1 day. Day plan. Or for example, or we can say macro cycle. For example, 1 year you have to make the planning for 1 year. So macro means 1 year planning, and macro it is divided into meso 6 month, and 6 month. Micro means week. So this is about the training. Next is principles of sports training. Principles of sports training. What principles we have to follow during sports training? Principles means guideline. Okay, principle means guideline. What guideline we have to follow while doing training? First is principle of continuity. Okay, principle of continuity or regularity. The training program, the training should be on a regular basis. It should be on a continuous. If there is a irregular training, then our performance will not improve. Therefore, the training program should be on a continuous way. Next is principles of proper overloading. Principle of proper overloading. Principle of proper overloading. The loading, a gradual increase in physical activity bring improvement. After the adoptions of previous load, okay, after the adoptions of previous loads, the loading should be increased. After the adoptions, the load should be increased. Okay, the load should be increased after the adoption of previous load. Principle of specific and principle of specific and scientific training. We cannot use same training methods for all game. The training program should be according to the requirement of game and sports. For examples, for basketball, we have to make different training program. We have to use different training methods. In football, we have to use different training methods. So the training program should be according to a specific and scientific way, according to the requirement of the game. Principle of individual difference. Every individual is different. Every individual is unique. So the training program should be different for all. We cannot use same training methods for all persons. For children, we have to use different training program. For oldest person, different. For male, different. And for female, different. So the training program should be different according to the individual needs. Principle of rest and recovery. There should be proper rest and recovery. Okay? The recovery should not be too long, and the player should again ready for the workout. The player should get the proper rest period, proper recovery period, but it not should be too long. Warming up and limbering down. Limbering down, it is also known as cooling down. Warming up before participating in workout or training, before doing competition, the proper warming up should be done. Warming up, it is a set of exercise which are performed before the tournament to avoid injury. So there should be a proper warming up, and after that the lifting down. After the competition, the cooling down exercise should be performed to reduce the body temperature to the normal level. Medical checkup. Before participating in competition, there should be proper medical checkup. If the player is physically and mentally fit, then only he should participate in game and sports. Total body. The training, the exercise, the training program, okay, the training program should be designed in such a way that one should exercise every part of the body, okay. The exercise program should the training program should be in such a way that every body part should involve. There should be a total body involvement. Adaptations and tolerance. Adaptation and the training program should be according to the adaptation ability, according to his tolerance ability. If a player is able to tolerate, then only the exercise program should be increased. Okay, exercise performed by individual should be adapted to one's tolerance ability. Psychological feedback. Level of principle of load and adjustment, principle of reversibility. Principle of reversibility and repetition. Okay. The training program, the workout should be repeated. There should be the repetition of workout. It should be reversibility. Okay. The load, the workout should be done, should be reversibility. It should be done with sufficient repetition. After that only the next exercise should be done. There should be the repetition of exercise. Principle of progression. Principle of progression. The training program should be according to the progression, that is, it should start from simple and then difficult. Okay, simple to complex.